There are 6 motorcycle brands that only fake bikers buy, because every smart rider knows the truth. Dealership floors are overflowing with unsold inventory, but the real story is in the service bays, where catastrophic failures and insane maintenance costs are piling up for these 6 brands. For years, you were told that a premium badge meant superior quality. That was a carefully constructed marketing lie. In this video, we will analyze the fatal engineering flaws and delusional marketing that define these 6 brands. We will show you why they are money pits disguised as status symbols. Stick around, because the final brand on our list has a well-known unfixable problem that they continue to deny exists, and it is costing owners thousands. Today we are counting down the 6 motorcycle brands that have become the exclusive domain of fake bikers. Each one represents a masterclass in how to destroy credibility with real riders. Number 6. Harley-Davidson. Once the undisputed king of American motorcycling, Harley-Davidson has become the poster child for the flood strategy failure. Their showrooms are packed with virtually identical models that differ mainly in trim and paint. It is a classic case of quantity over quality, and it is failing spectacularly. The numbers do not lie. Dealer inventory has hit record levels while sales continue to decline. Why? Because Harley has prioritized production volume over genuine innovation. While competitors push boundaries with cutting-edge technology, Harley continues churning out essentially the same motorcycles they have been making for decades, just with higher price tags and flashier chrome. This saturation strategy has backfired dramatically. Dealerships are now struggling with excess inventory they simply cannot move. One dealer in Colorado told me they have over 60 new Harleys collecting dust, some from model years dating back 3 seasons. That is not just a slow month. That is a fundamental market rejection. Today's riders are not looking for cookie-cutter bikes that all look and perform the same. They want unique experiences and distinctive machines that reflect their individuality. Mass-produced Harleys, virtually indistinguishable from one another except for increasingly outlandish paint schemes, simply do not deliver that experience. The innovation stagnation at Harley-Davidson is particularly stark when compared to what is happening elsewhere in the industry. While brands like Zero and Energica pioneer electric performance and KTM pushes the boundaries of off-road capability, Harley continues to rely on decades-old air-cooled V-twin technology with minimal updates. They are selling yesterday's technology at tomorrow's prices, and smart riders have noticed. Number 5. Indian Motorcycle. The revival of Indian Motorcycle under Polaris ownership initially promised to deliver a genuine alternative to Harley-Davidson. Instead, what we have witnessed is a textbook reputation collapse, transforming the brand into a laughingstock among serious riders. Indian's performance disappointments have been legion. Despite premium pricing, their bikes consistently underperform relative to the competition. The much-hyped FTR 1200, for example, was marketed as a revolution in American motorcycling, a true performance machine to compete with European standards. The reality is mediocre handling, questionable reliability, and a design that failed to deliver on its flat-track racing heritage. The financial devastation for owners has been equally dramatic. Current resale values show Indians losing up to 50% of their value within just 3 years, significantly worse than industry averages. This precipitous drop has created a generation of bitter ex-customers who feel duped by marketing promises that never materialized in actual performance. The expert consensus is equally damning. Professional reviewers initially gave Indian the benefit of the doubt, but that honeymoon period has ended. Recent reviews consistently highlight reliability issues, questionable design decisions, and a sense that Indian is more interested in selling a nostalgic image than building truly excellent motorcycles. This community rejection is evident across riding groups and online forums. Ownership of an Indian was once seen as a bold statement of American motorcycle pride. Today, it is increasingly viewed as evidence of prioritizing style over substance, a mark against rider credibility rather than a badge of honor. What we are seeing with Indian is a credibility death spiral that is becoming increasingly difficult to reverse. Once a brand becomes synonymous with style over substance among real riders, the damage becomes self-perpetuating. Each underwhelming model reinforces the perception that Indians are for posers, not serious enthusiasts. Number 4. Ducati. Ducati built its reputation on cutting-edge technology and race-derived performance, Today, they represent the outdated technology trap, a once innovative brand that has fallen dangerously behind the technological curve. Despite commanding premium prices, many current Ducati models lack technological features that have become standard on motorcycles costing half as much. Their digital age failure is particularly apparent in their user interfaces and electronics packages, which feel clunky and outdated compared to offerings from Japanese and even other European manufacturers. The absence of smart features is glaring. While competitors offer sophisticated rider aids, customizable riding modes, and connectivity options, Ducati has been slow to implement these technologies across their lineup. When these features do appear, they often feel like afterthoughts rather than integrated systems designed from the ground up. This technological backwardness has created an unexpected consequence, an association with poser culture rather than authentic enthusiasts. Increasingly, Ducatis are purchased not by knowledgeable riders seeking cutting-edge performance, but by image-conscious buyers who know the brand name but little else about motorcycling. Real riders have noticed this shift, and many now view Ducati ownership with skepticism rather than admiration. The feature gap continues to widen with each model year. While brands like KTM and BMW introduce innovations like adaptive cruise control, radar-assisted safety systems, and sophisticated connectivity, Ducati lags behind, offering yesterday's technology at premium prices. Perhaps most concerningly, Ducati's failure to embrace modern technology makes their motorcycles poor long-term investments. Without forward thinking, technology integration, these machines become rapidly outdated, leading to poor resale values and diminished owner satisfaction. Number 3. MV Agusta. Few brands exemplify the smart rider exodus like MV Agusta. Once revered for their exquisite Italian craftsmanship and racing heritage, MV motorcycles have become notorious for unreliability and punishing ownership experiences, driving away knowledgeable enthusiasts in droves. The quality rebellion against MV has been brewing for years, and it has reached a tipping point. Experienced buyers have systematically rejected these motorcycles despite their undeniable beauty, because behind those stunning fairings lurk engines plagued by reliability issues and build quality that simply does not justify the premium pricing. This rejection is evident in the inventory stagnation at dealerships. MV Agustas now sit on showroom floors far longer than comparable premium motorcycles. One California dealer admitted they now order MV motorcycles only when specifically requested by customers, a stark contrast to the days when these exotic Italian machines generated waiting lists. This shift reflects a broader market evolution. Today's consumers prioritize durability, efficiency, and actual performance over brand mythology and exotic aesthetics. MV has failed to recognize this fundamental change in buyer priorities, continuing to rely on heritage while neglecting the basics of engineering excellence. Industry insiders are making increasingly dire predictions about MV's future. Without a dramatic improvement in reliability and quality control, experts anticipate significant restructuring or even potential closure in coming years. The brand simply cannot survive on aesthetics alone, when real-world performance and reliability fall so far short of expectations. The erosion of trust with MV Agusta is perhaps their most significant challenge. Years of overpromising and under-delivering have created lasting skepticism among informed buyers. Even if MV were to dramatically improve quality tomorrow, rebuilding that trust would take years they may not have in an increasingly competitive marketplace. The story of Moto Guzzi perfectly illustrates the price-value collapse happening across premium motorcycle brands. Their combination of premium pricing and subpar performance has alienated all but the most dedicated Guzzi enthusiasts. Moto Guzzi's innovation stagnation is legendary. Their signature transverse V-twin engine layout dates back to the 1960s, and while it has been updated incrementally, the fundamental design remains virtually unchanged. This steadfast refusal to evolve might be charming if it delivered exceptional performance. However, Guzzi's consistently underperform relative to similarly priced alternatives. The resale value catastrophe facing Guzzi owners is particularly devastating. Recent data shows Moto Guzzi's depreciating at nearly twice the rate of comparable BMW and Triumph models. This rapid value deterioration means owners often find themselves underwater on financing, unable to trade up without absorbing significant losses. We are witnessing a performance migration away from these stylish but underperforming Italian machines. Serious riders seeking the character and heritage Guzzi once represented have systematically moved to brands that deliver similar emotional appeal, but with significantly better performance, reliability, and dealer support. The competition has been particularly brutal for Moto Guzzi. Triumph's modern classics deliver superior performance at comparable prices. Royal Enfield offers similar vintage appeal at substantially lower cost. And BMW's R Series provides the character of opposed cylinders with vastly superior technology. This competitive pressure has exposed Guzzi's fundamental value proposition failure. Perhaps most devastating is the overpayment realization that hits Guzzi owners a few thousand miles into ownership. The combination of premium purchase prices, underwhelming performance, and costly maintenance creates a perfect storm of buyer remorse. The romanticism of Italian ownership quickly fades when faced with the harsh reality of a machine that costs too much and delivers too little. Number 1. BMW Motorrad. At the top of our countdown sits BMW Motorrad, the definitive example of a fake biker brand where image has completely overshadowed substance. Once respected for engineering excellence, BMW motorcycles have become status symbols first, and transportation tools a distant second. BMW has mastered the status symbol trap, attracting buyers who prioritize badge prestige over mechanical excellence. Their marketing explicitly targets affluent professionals seeking to project an adventurous image without necessarily having adventure skills. This strategy has created a customer base increasingly dominated by inexperienced or image-obsessed purchasers, rather than knowledgeable enthusiasts. The gap between BMW's marketing and reality has reached absurd proportions. Their advertising portrays rugged world travelers conquering remote terrain. Yet dealer service departments report that the average BMW adventure bike travels fewer than 3,000 miles annually, and most never leave paved roads. BMW spends lavishly on marketing precisely because they must constantly recruit new customers to replace those disillusioned by the ownership experience. BMW's engineering failure pattern has become increasingly apparent with each generation. From the catastrophic final drive failures in R-Series motorcycles to persistent electrical issues across multiple models, BMW has established a pattern of releasing machines with significant flaws, then expecting customers to pay premium prices for repairs. The service bay horror stories from BMW owners have become legendary. Routine maintenance costs often run 3 to 4 times higher than comparable Japanese motorcycles. Major component failures, particularly in the sophisticated electronic systems BMW prominently features, can generate repair bills exceeding $3,000, often just outside the warranty period. But most egregious is BMW's well-documented denial and cover-up of systemic issues. The most notorious example remains the shaft drive failure in R-Series motorcycles, a known design flaw BMW has consistently refused to acknowledge despite overwhelming evidence. This problem continues to cost owners thousands in repairs, while BMW maintains the fiction that their premium badge justifies their premium failures. What is particularly telling is that experienced BMW technicians often counsel against purchasing new models in their first year of production, advising customers to wait for debugging of inevitable issues. When a manufacturer's own service professionals lack confidence in their products, it speaks volumes about the divergence between marketing image and engineering reality. What this analysis reveals is that the motorcycle industry has split into 2 distinct markets, one for riders who actually ride, and another for people who want to look like they ride. These 6 brands have chosen to serve the latter market, and in doing so, they have abandoned everything that made motorcycles great in the first place. Real riders have noticed, and they have voted with their wallets by walking away. The brands that survive the next decade will be those that prioritize engineering excellence over marketing flash. The luxury motorcycle landscape is shifting dramatically as riders demand substance over style. These 6 brands exemplify a failed approach where marketing trumps engineering, leaving owners with beautiful machines that fundamentally disappoint. Smart riders have already migrated to brands that deliver genuine performance without the premium price tags or reliability nightmares. Have you experienced these issues with any of these brands? Which do you think will be first to fail or be forced to completely reinvent itself? The motorcycle world is transforming rapidly, and you will want to know which brands deserve your hard-earned money. Subscribe now. Next month, we are exposing the 3 motorcycle models with catastrophic engine flaws their manufacturers will not admit exist.